Okay. Girl Talk, season 2, episode 7. How are y'all?
Good.
Well,
Ah! I missed y'all all week. Oh my gosh, I missed y'all.
missed you too.
Yeah.
I
So,
texted you.
Hey, look. So y'all, tonight's episode we're gonna talk about entrepreneurship. We have a few entrepreneurs that's gonna come on live, talk about their businesses. We have so many people ready to voice their experiences and their walk and their journey in entrepreneurship. So, like, share, comment right now if you can. I'll start with myself. You already know I'm Robin Janae. I am the founder and the president of the House of Wealth, nonprofit organization designed for entrepreneurs. It's an entrepreneur resource agency where we fund businesses. We provide business startup. We focus on growth and development of all businesses. Sorry, y'all, so many notifications coming in, but mostly minority business owners. Shanice, do you want to go ahead and tell them about your business?
Sure. My name is Shanice. I am co-owner of the Barbecue Catering, also known as the Barbecue Food Truck. Um, it pretty much is what it is. We're a food truck company. Right now, we're known for our gigantic burgers and our milkshakes, but we do catering for pretty much all events, and that's it.
Okay. And down below, you guys should see her website. If you have time, go check her out. When I say her food is phenomenal, honey, phenomenal. And the images, it even, you know how sometimes you go places and the food don't taste like it look? Her
Hmm.
junk tastes like it look, okay?
Very disappointing.
And you get a good portion, a good size of food. It ain't like, oh, I done paid this for this. You get a
Right.
large amount of food, for real. And she come from a background of cooks. Alex,
Okay.
you want
okay, so I have two businesses. One is I dot braid hair. It's where I braid hair from box braids, knotless, do twists, natural hair, and things of that sort. And then my baby, Araya's Blend, which pretty much is everything holistic coming together and meshing together from body butters, tinctures, um, recipes, just a holistic way of being is what I am pushing out there into the
that?
atmosphere.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay, we
thank you,
got
Salida.
all right. Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance. Gabriel, you want to tell us about your entrepreneurship
Yeah.
experience and your business?
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, the primary thing that I do is I help families on the worst days of their lives. I help ensure that they're not being taken advantage of. I also and also to help reach their goals when it comes to burial or making sure that their final expenses are covered. Because when you die, all your bills don't always die with you.
That's true.
So we
Yes.
don't, yeah, I try to make sure that my families are set up so that they're not leaving burdens behind for their families. And I also love helping build legacies for them to leave behind. So it kind of goes along with the concept of your job, Robin, with building generational wealth. Because unfortunately, when it comes to our community, typically building generational wealth isn't the first thought that comes to mind. And
True.
I realized by working in this business that it's a tool. And so I help my
Yeah,
families get educated on how to utilize the opportunities that are available.
that's smart. That's really smart. We have a few guests that's gonna come and tell us about their businesses and, of course, their experiences in the entrepreneur journey or entrepreneur world. It's a totally different ball game. Yeah, Gabriel, if you want to, you can leave if you want, and we can just fill your slot with the guest. 'Cause I know you said you had to go early, but if you want, you can.
Mhm.
That's totally up to you.
I'm
I have
good
to
for
share.
now.
All right. Hey, Timmy.
Hey,
How are
y'all.
you?
Hi.
I'm
Already?
good.
How are you?
I am good. I was in the middle of a shirt and I almost forgot.
Oh no! Don't do me like that. Okay, we already introduced everybody. I just want you to first tell us about your business and how long you've been doing this, and if you can give us a little insight on the entrepreneur, your entrepreneur journey or experience as an entrepreneur, and when did you
Okay.
get in the game?
Well, I've been doing what I'm doing for like almost 20 years. But I started out just doing graphics and like invitations and stuff. But about 5 years ago, I jumped into the t-shirt world, and that's when things just exploded. I had no idea that the t-shirt world was as bomb as it is. Like everybody needs a t-shirt for everything. Um, my I guess my journey would be God. All I can say is God seeing. Um, Around March of this year, I lost my second job in like 6 months, and I was like, Lord, what the world am I gonna do? But 6 months before, I had lost the job that I had for 13 years, and I got the new job, and then 6 months later, the entire company shut down. And I'm like,
Oh
God,
wow.
Oh
what are you
man.
doing? But it was like He gave me a sense of calmness, and He would not let me look for a job or anything. And I just, ever since then, I've been doing this. I mean, it's paying the bills. It's exciting. Sometimes I tell everybody, like, don't just see like Demi blowing up on Facebook and you seeing me here and you seeing me there. Y'all don't see me, going to bed at 3 o'clock and having to get back up at 7 o'clock, still having to be a single mama. I don't have a job to go to, like an office. I get up out my bed and walk into the living room. That's my office now.
Oh
But
God.
it is a struggle. Like some days are good days, some days are bad days. Some days when you're trying to get huge jobs out, you're like stressed to the max. So it does take a special mindset to be an entrepreneur, because you all you got. You don't have that paycheck coming every week or every 2 weeks. You all you got. So you have no
Mhm.
choice but to get up and work. No, nobody's watching you. You have to have that self motivation to get up, make sure your customers are satisfied so that you can keep on providing what you need to provide for your family every day. So it's a journey.
I got one question for
That's
you. Two questions.
Okay.
Number one, did you have any insight that this would go as big and as prosperous as it has for you?
Oh my God, no.
Really?
Not
Okay.
at all.
Okay. Uh,
Like, not at all.
I got you. I can't remember my second question. Y'all got any questions y'all ask?
Demi, how did you structure a budget for your t-shirt company
Well,
when you first started?
first starting out, it was no budget. It was, how can I explain it? I think t-shirts, I started out wanting to make myself a t-shirt. That's how this started out, y'all. I wanted to make myself a t-shirt, and that was it. I was gonna make myself t-shirts, and I may make a couple t-shirts here on the side to support my printing business, but that was it. So when it exploded, I think one piece of advice I can give is to always be ready, always be prepared, because I wasn't. So when it exploded, I didn't have a business plan. I didn't have a budget. It was just like every extra penny I made went into, let me buy this material, let me buy these shirts over here, let me buy this stuff over here, so that I would always have the stuff I needed. But in hindsight, if you had a budget, a whole lot of things would have been a lot easier, because I wouldn't be wasting money, spending, like buying too much of this when I really needed some of this. So
Mhm.
if you want to be an entrepreneur or you had that business in mind, I would say prepare now, even though you don't see it, even though you don't see how you're gonna make it or how you can afford it. Write it down. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. Like, write it down and have your plans beforehand, and you won't be like me, unprepared.
Right.
Wasting resources and stuff like that. But God made it work out. But I didn't have one. I have one now. Best believe.
You're
You got to have one now.
I got you. Well, we really appreciate you coming through. I promise you, your opinions and your insight is definitely appreciated.
Yeah.
20 years, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long
Yeah.
time. And I'm sure you gave up 1,000 and kept going.
Listen, there was nights when I was like, man, I'm not finna do this no more. Even since March, I'm like, man, I ain't finna do this. I'm finna go back to
I
work.
told
But
this
when
year.
God give you that insight, or when you just have that entrepreneurial spirit, you can't give up. It's just something inside you that won't let you give up.
Yes. Thank you for not giving up. We appreciate you so much, Demi.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you,
stay.
All right.
Demi.
All right, remove. Got another one, y'all. Sorry. All right, add to stream. Josh,
Hey everybody.
Hey, John.
how
Hey.
are you?
I feel
Hi.
special to be I feel special to be in this room with like millionaires.
Oh,
And if you haven't experienced it yet,
Okay,
just know
that's right.
like God is opening up
Yeah.
doors for you. And I gotta say, I was listening to the previous guest and she's right. Listen, write your vision, make it plain, and more importantly, you got to have some godly counsel around you, because when you put some
Hmm.
folks that don't believe in God around you and they telling you how to run your business, you're gonna get some forks in the roads. But when you have God implementing everything in your business, He opens up doors that no man can close. He opens up bank accounts that no man can withdraw from but you. So that's just some things that I just want to throw in real quick.
yeah, I appreciate that more than you know.
Yes.
Okay, Josh. So tell us what you've been up to. I know you've been working in the community. I know you've been for years. I know you have
Right.
several businesses, several. You want to give us some insight on your journey, your experience as an entrepreneur?
Definitely. So, um, wow. I want to say year 17 is coming up. Um,
Jesus.
right. It hasn't been.
It's a
It's been that
long
long. I
time.
started out in high school. Um, so I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also a public relations consultant. I do political consulting. I do community advocacy work. I'm a political advocate as well. I work trying to help others find their goals and find what they're supposed to be. Sometimes you get those one times where you mess up. I think I've gotten a few of those, but over the years, it's helped me. One of my favorite clients that I ever had was actually Robin, because Robin did not take no stuff. Like she would tell you what you need done, and you got to get it done. And so she's the reason why I try to have a time stamp now on everything that I do. Believe it or not.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm sure that everybody on here knows that part of me at some point of life.
Right,
Uh,
right.
something else I wanted to ask you. Y'all have any questions for Josh?
I have a question.
Yeah, I
Well,
got a
Okay,
before,
question.
question.
so because you are a consultant, which means you're advising people on stages of life, how important is it to have a consultant? Like, because you are a consultant, do you have somebody that you can go to get the knowledge and be prepared to give the information to people? Like, you have your own consultant that you go
Wow. I do. So I treat my business just like I treat church. Preachers have pastors that they go to, right?
to. Hmm.
Well, for me, I have a consultant that I go to, and I have a mentor. I have several mentors that are over the years have um, imparted things in me and have given me challenges to do. So it's important that even as business owners, no matter what business field you in, have somebody that's been in that business a little bit longer than you that can help you through some stuff. And sometimes you have great mentors, and sometimes you have those that are going to throw wrenches in your plan. But I'm grateful for both access of both of those, because it helps me become stronger, helps me read more, helps me get knowledgeable. So it's important that you have somebody that's on your side that's going to teach you what the potholes are. So if you can miss them, try to get that. Don't try to
Definitely.
jump into those.
That's good.
Was there another question?
Yeah, so I know that some of you guys have multiple businesses. Um, so how did you juggle having one business and starting up another?
Listen, first
Because
I
I know the
have
start of businesses can be kind of tough.
it can. Um, I have 8 businesses that I own, so it is always. Sometimes I have to just make sure that um, you stick to your plan. Set a goal for where you start your first business at. Before you open up the door for a second business. A
Hmm.
lot of times we start and we say, "Oh, I want to go here, I want to go there," but it's important that we set a goal of where we're starting at first. So for me, the first thing that I do is I actually talk to my mentors about it and see if they're interested. I do digital billboards. I do um, web design stuff. I do flyers. I do radio ads. I'm working on political stuff. I'm helping people with their relationships. I'm helping people with their single lives, spiritual lives. And so for me, I have to have a little direction myself on how to start and where to finish. And every day I treat each of my businesses like I just opened up the doors to them.
Hmm.
That's smart. That's smart. Like super smart. And another way to answer that, from my perspective, is if you are building another company, sister company, or just something outside, make sure that you know you're not having one company here and one company there. They have nothing to do with each other.
Hmm.
Once you get to a place where, okay, well, I know I'm gonna need janitorial services at this school that I have. Maybe I should create a business or
Right,
partner with a business that can provide a need that I have. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just
Hmm.
all over the place. You kind of it's like having a tree with multiple branches. You don't just have one straight tree. You just have to keep growing in areas that produce the same fruit, and they all complement each other. So you're not all over the place. You're still in the same house, and then just get other people to run the companies versus you having to run all of them. You hire on people like managers and people who maintain your branches. If that
right,
makes sense. And that's
It
smart.
does.
right.
Yeah,
And don't get afraid to say it's too much for you. Like it's okay for you to kind of back up and say, um,
sorry, I shot that one out there to you too fast. She wants to know what made you go into the direction of motivational speaking. But she said
oh
she also said correction. She wants to know what led you into motivational speaking.
wow, okay. Two parts of that because I think I should answer both since she already did it. High school, my teachers them used to push me to speaking and do a part of stuff. I didn't want to do it, and so they would always push me. The second part that really let me was my mom. Before she passed, my mom told me it is important that you do what you love to do. I love to talk. I love to help people, and so that's what helped me get into that. Helping the homeless, helping people, single moms who don't have furniture for their homes or who's looking for homes to be in. Motivational speaker is not someone that just goes and speak on stage. There's so much more that you do beyond that. Even as a life coach as well, it's so much that you go beyond the norm of doing. So that's what led me to do those things. That's what leads me to do what I'm doing now.
Okay, how do you initially get into? Oh wait, you already answered that one. Let's go to this question. Do you listen to constructive criticism from people? Yes
Always
or
listen.
no?
I don't always like
Definitely.
it, but I
Yeah.
listen, and it's important because let's be real. As business owners and as speakers or whatever, people, everybody's not going to rock with you. Everybody's not going to like what you say.
That's
There's
true.
always
Facts.
criticism. So you take it and you grow
Hmm.
from it. You can either use it to build from, or you can use it and throw it in the trash. For me, and I've had friends and family who have always criticized some things I've done, and it's helped me become better. I'm not perfect, but it helps me become better at what I do.
And I
Yes.
know.
So definitely when it comes to business, the business isn't for you. The business is for other people. And the way I always put it is, the truth is not always about rainbows and butterflies.
Right.
But you need to hear it. It's going to benefit you. It's going, like you said, it's going to help grow you, and it's a matter of whether or not you choose to utilize it for your betterment or not. Now, as far as all constructive criticism, is it always true? Nah, maybe not necessarily.
Right.
Maybe it's not something that you need, but that's up to you to decide. But I always look for opportunities to grow myself because I know, like you said, I'm not perfect, but I would like to be able to get to a position where I'm better than I was yesterday and I'm better able to help people the way that I want
Absolutely.
to.
Yeah, my first time speaking somewhere, my family came to my very first event. It was in the 5 Point West Library, um, where I decided to do my own event. And my grandmother came up to me. She said, "Baby, uh, great words, great wisdom. I'm glad that you put God in it, but you talk too long." So for me, I, I've learned to keep my stuff short, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm an interactive person, so I like to hear my audience talk to me. I like people to talk to me. Even as a
Yeah.
life coach, my clients know, when we do, well, now because of COVID we do virtual sessions. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you got going on, and hopefully I can help you get to where you're going.
Yeah. My pastor always tell us, be careful about taking constructive criticism from people who ain't constructed nothing. And it's like those be the main ones got some criticism. Like you ain't even done nothing yourself. So yeah,
Right.
that was something smart for me. Josh, I really appreciate you showing up. We got another
Definitely.
person waiting on us. Go catch the live feed though on Facebook and share it for me.
Will do. Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Here to stream. Lauren! She has a big part of my heart. Okay. So Lauren is. I'm gonna give you time to introduce
Mhm.
yourself and tell people what you do.
Let's see if y'all can see me better. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting better. Can you see
We
me
can
better
see.
now?
Yeah, we can see you.
All right. Good after or good evening, y'all. Sorry, goodness. I
Yeah.
do lots of things. I guess I'm a special ed teacher during the day. Teach all day.
Oh,
I teach self-contained. But my real passion is music. I write, sing, produce, compose, all that good stuff. I write for other artists as well as myself, and
Cool.
I just got signed with Atlantic Records for as a writer with them. So I've been writing with them off and on this past couple 6 months, I guess. So it's kind of a new thing. And I work locally as well as I guess throughout the Southeast and now Nashville and LA sometimes. But with COVID, I don't travel as much anymore.
Yeah.
That's what's
um.
up.
Mhm.
Any questions for Lauren before we move forward? Lauren, I gotta hear your voice tonight. There's no way in the world I can be in your presence and not hear your voice. I know you
but I
got
got a
something,
question before she starts
right?
to sing.
Yeah, go.
Of course.
So how did you get into the music business for one? And then what motivated you to stay in it until you got to where you are now?
That is a long story. I'll try to wrap it. I'll try to sum it back up. But so my bachelor's degree is in music composition, and I had been writing and doing music before that. But that's what I did my bachelor's degree in. I had a band that I wrote a 13-song album that I put on iTunes and Spotify and released locally. I almost got signed from that a couple times. I got a couple offers, but I never wanted to go through it because I didn't want to be locked into a record label. I didn't agree with men, to be specific, telling me how I was going to do something when they didn't do it themselves. And
Right.
and a lot of times you'll see too. I mean, now it's getting better, but like in the music industry specifically with producers and the people that are back or behind the scenes, it's a lot of men. There's not a lot of women, and most of the women that you see are mostly the artists. They are up in front, not behind the scenes, having to. Well, not nowadays it's better, but back then it was not that good. I mean, it was terrible. Like they were trying to basically you have to write your life away. I didn't want to do it, so I stopped pretty much doing music because it kind of killed my spirit with that. I still kept writing, but I stopped releasing. We stopped really playing live. I went through a bad, as we all do, I went through a bad relationship and breakup. I was with somebody for like 8-10 years, and we fell apart, and that crushed me. I had to start over. This was this past December. So now I'm newly single and on my own again, and I think that I'm trying to refine with everything in general to start back writing again. And I started just putting stuff back on Facebook, back on social media where I hadn't been for years because I thought that was narcissistic, or whether that's what he made me believe. And now that I did that, I got hit up by somebody randomly on Instagram, which I do a lot. You know, people will send stuff and they're very sweet. It's very nice. But I didn't really take him seriously at first. I was like, who is this person? This is just somebody else. Well, it turns out he's from here, but he himself was signed with Atlantic and was looking for writers. And because COVID changed everything, he was not going to LA or having to live in Nashville anymore. His daughter was here, and he needed writers, I guess. And I didn't think that I was a viable option. I was like, why are you hitting me up? Like, I'm just this girl in Alabama writing music because I like to write music. And then we started co-writing, just sending back stuff back and forth. And it's kind of taken off really quickly from there. So right now we're doing we write demos, basically hooks, whatever, different types of styles of music, all different ranges. And we send those out to producers, labels, not pitch them to artists if they like it. And if they like it, we basically sell it to them, or we negotiate through a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, and through publishing, like a sort of deal with it. So basically we'd either get like part of the masters, or we'd get a fee for our production, or we get pieces of the royalties. And it's a kind of a minutia type thing where you have to have a lawyer to have that kind of negotiation, because there's a lot of stuff I don't consider. And I don't like to consider that stuff, to be honest with you, because I just want to write. I want to make music. Right. That's it.
Lauren, someone wants to know what inspires you to write.
Life. For sure. All the excuse my language, I don't know if there's a PC environment, but all the shit that you go through. Yeah. Feelings.
You good.
Yeah.
Okay. So any other questions for Lauren? No?
I thought she was gonna sing. Is she gonna sing?
Yeah. You said to get the questions out before she can get on it, because I'm telling you, when she starts, she out of here.
I know. If y'all do have questions, though, find me on Facebook. I'm there.
Oh yeah, and how do we find you? Because I'm sure there's people on here that's gonna hear your music and want to look for you. So can you please how to find you?
Working on that, but the best way you can find me is Instagram. I post all my stuff on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, even though those are small videos. My handle is, I don't know if I can write it in the chat or whatever. My handle is @IamSellers. So it's pretty simple. Because my artist name, when I release stuff underneath myself, is Sellers, just my last name. Facebook, yeah.
So once you get off of the live feed, go to the Facebook and just write in the comments, and I'll link it on here so everybody can see it before we get off.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you got people ready now. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Real quick background. This song I just wrote like last week, and we just went into studio last night with it. And it's based off of a guy I've been dating for the past 7 months. So
okay, lucky him.
I don't know if he know yet. Okay, here we go. I'm not the jealous type, but I want you all mine. Too many sleepless nights without you or without you by my side. Where do we go from here? Baby, tell me not to fear. It's been one hell of a year. So how do I believe that you won't up and leave? I don't need some grand gesture, don't need no promise ring. Not asking for forever, just wanna know what you think of me and you together. giving this love a try. Nobody else but us at the end of the night. Oh, 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 ooh. Been 7 months this week since I met you and you met me. I know that we're still scared to talk about our feelings. Staying up all night, talk till we fall asleep. You're morning, I just can't believe what you see in me. I don't need some grand gesture, don't need no promise ring. Not asking for forever, just wanna know what you think of me and you together, giving this love a try. Nobody else but us at the end of the night. Oh, 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 ooh. I don't wanna waste another day or night without you, without you. Never knew that those 8 letters could be so true, so true. I don't need some grand gesture, don't need no promise ring. Not asking for forever, just wanna know what you think of me and you together, giving this love a try. Nobody else but us. Oh, I don't need some grand gesture, don't need no promise ring. Not asking for forever, just wanna know what you think of me and you together, giving this love a try. Nobody else but us at the end of the night. Oh, 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 ooh, at the end of the night.
Woo!
Oh, love it.
That was awesome.
Hey, that
Y'all
was
my first
good.
audience in forever.
Girl, I'm
Honored.
I was like, oh my God. Okay, what it felt like to feel.
Good. I'm glad I made you feel.
That was really good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I appreciate you stopping by. I'll make sure you go to the comments on the live feed and write your TikTok name so we can find you. And
I will. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank
Later.
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Bye.
All right, y'all. We got one more guest, and I'm excited to see her face. It's been so long. All right, Mercedes.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Okay, I don't think we can see you, but we can definitely hear you. I just wanted to make sure that you came through and blessed us with your presence. I seen that you were featured in a new magazine. Was it a local magazine here in Birmingham?
Actually, no, it was in South Carolina.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Can you give us insight on your business and your development?
Well, I have a event decorating business. I've been doing it 3 years now. I have a cosmetic line in which was launched March of this year. Doing really good. So y'all can shop there.
Okay.
It's Unique Kisses Cosmetics. And I'm working on a new venture, which will be under Unique Enterprises, which will be business mentoring.
Okay. How long have you been in the entrepreneur world, and how did you transition or are you still working, or did you transition full time from your job to entrepreneurship?
Yes, I'm still working.
Okay.
But 2021 is my goal to not be working for nobody but myself.
I received that for you, friend.
So I'm sorry y'all can't see me. I don't have no good service in my
No,
house.
you good. You good.
But yeah, I've been doing it. I've been doing about three years strong. The first year was kind of like a learning and get my feet wet, so I really don't count that one. But 3 years strong, it's getting better and getting bigger than ever. So
Good. That's good. Okay.
y'all just pray for these bones, honey.
Oh.
Getting close to 30, I feel it.
Hey, we
Oh,
are
see, don't say that now.
right.
I'm still young.
Right. Me too. But I'm over 30, so I don't know what she's talking about. She's talking crazy.
Right,
Y'all got any
right.
questions for Mercedes?
So Mercedes, how did you get into the event decorating business?
Girl, how did I get into this? I don't know. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't even know. It was just I've always wanted to own my own business. At first, I wanted to be a teacher, and then I had kids, and I was like, "Oh no, honey, and I can't pay nobody else to." And then it was just like I don't know. I just got bored one day, and I was like, "Let me see if I can decorate something." So I started, and of course, you had that one friend that lets you, do something, and then it just grew from there.
Girl, you knew you had it anyway because you decorated at my wedding, and I was like, "Oh, she got it." My mama don't too tough like everybody's decoration. She was like, "I don't know who that girl is, but she got it."
God, just get my feet a little wet, get just a little wet.
Right,
But
you did a
I
good
mean,
job.
it just grew into something. Now my vision has gotten much bigger, so I'm just I'm ready for the future.
Well, if there's anything that we can do to help, make sure you catch this live replay. I'm sure some people on here that could possibly help you with some stuff.
Okay.
We're definitely looking to partner with as many people as we can. You
Well, I am hosting a entrepreneur seminar. It's like a Q&A session. It's gonna be some veteran entrepreneurs that's been in it for a while, that's making 6 figures, 7 figures. That's going to be there to kind of give their insight, to new entrepreneurs, people who want to be entrepreneurs, or people that's been in it and just not seeing the harvest of what they've been doing.
exactly.
So that's going to be December the 5th here in Birmingham from 3 to 7, and I can drop the flyer in the group chat.
Yeah, do that. Drop
Yeah.
it in the group. It's
Okay.
called Girl Talk and Wine. The group. It used to be BBW. If you
Okay.
can, just go on there, post it on there. You can even create an event so that it'll notify us.
Okay.
You can keep a count on who all will go, and I'll try to push it as well.
Okay. I
Definitely
will
appreciate. If
do
y'all don't
that.
have any more questions for her, I definitely appreciate you
Oh,
stopping
and
by.
if y'all like makeup, y'all can go visit my cosmetic page. It's uniquekissescosmetics.com. We are very reasonable. And if you
Definitely.
order today, you'll get it Saturday.
Yeah, I got some lipstick from you, and my sister took it.
Oh Lord.
She borrowed it for a second and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna keep this." I was like, "Really?" So, yeah, quality stuff too, good pricing. Mercedes, thank you so much for stopping by.
Wait,
Thank
I got a
y'all. Y'all.
question, Mercedes.
Thank
Uh-huh.
So you said you wouldn't really count your first year because you're just getting your feet wet. What did your first year look like for you?
Girl, depressing.
Mm, the
It was
blood.
let me see how can I put it. It was kind of like thrown together. I guess you can say like I wasn't really putting anything into it. It wasn't. I guess I was trying to do it as a hobby at first, and then
Hmm.
God was just like, "No, this is more than a hobby. I need you to
Yeah.
step it up." So after that first year, I only had literally one event the first year, but that whole entire year, I just took the time off. I started watching videos, YouTubes, studying other people. Like, what can I do to, step this up? And year two came in. I was like, okay, this is it. I'm ready.
You're ready to get put in the game for real then.
Yes, I'm ready.
So, how was your support team? Was your family supportive? Did you have to do it on your own? Was your husband supportive? Like, how was your support system?
Everybody is pretty supportive. It's just hard when they don't see what you see. Like my mom, of course,
Mm.
she all I gotta do is tell her, and she dropping ideas because she does interior decorating. But it's like when it comes to my husband, he just like, okay, okay. Okay, that's what you want to do. I'm like, you're not helping. I need some eyes. I need something else. You're not helping. And of course, the kids they want to help, but they be in the way.
But
They
I'm
be in the
sure
way.
they support you in other ways, like motivate you. You know, you
Oh
got
yeah. Besides taking my balloons and playing balloon basketball and volleyball with them, I mean, but other than that, they're supportive. They always want to go, but of course the car is too full, so they can't go. So
right.
I mean, everybody's supportive pretty much.
That's good. All right. Well, do you have any questions for us?
I don't.
Okay. Well, again, we appreciate you stopping through. Your presence
Mhm.
is definitely appreciated.
I wish I could put my video on, but the
It's
service
all
is
good. We're gonna catch you
already
again.
off.
We are gonna catch you again. Trust me. Okay. How do I get removed? All right. Cool. That's that. We had one more person, but it looked like we're running out of time. We really haven't got time to reflect and uh talk about our own businesses. Did y'all want to take time to do that, or y'all want another person to come on?
Sure thing. We can do
Yeah,
that.
Totally.
let's do
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Sure thing.
I
On
can
which
start.
way?
I can
The
start
first one.
um, with
Oh,
talking about our
baby
own.
girl, we had a question for you. I just didn't put it up because other people were talking.
Okay. What education was required other than life experience to obtain entrepreneur? Let me make sure that I'm understanding the question fully. You're asking what other additional education do you need in order to become a life insurance agent? Is that what the question is asking?
I wouldn't know. I just seen the question with your name, and I thought I'd click it to make sure that we leave anybody out.
Okay, so I'll try and hit on a couple of different possibilities on what that question's asking exactly. So, as far as additional education to become an agent, to have your own business, there isn't necessarily you have to study to get your license in the states that you're planning on selling in. But of course, because it's your business, you want to do some additional studying and know the ins and out about your product so that you can sell it well. And know what your competition looks like. I like to do that so that way I can, well, for one, I know every shoe doesn't fit. But one thing that comes to my families is ensuring that they have what they need, regardless of whether or not it's with me. Of course, I'd love to be their agent, but sometimes it don't work out that way. So I just want to make sure, if they're going somewhere else, then it's doing exactly what they need it to be. Because when it comes to insurance, there's so much fine print and things that you have to know before you pay into it. And there's been too many situations I've heard of where they're paying for something that they don't have. They thought they would have a certain thing, but they don't have it. Now, when I was speaking as far as education, I was just referring to being educated on how life insurance works. Because typically, when we look at life insurance, we're just thinking, okay, hey, this is just to cover burial, like my funeral costs and stuff like that. Or if we're young, I didn't think about life insurance until like this past year because I've only been I've just started selling life insurance, but I didn't think it was really important. I knew I got it with my job sometimes, but I didn't know, the different kinds of insurances. I was thinking, well, I don't really have to worry about it too much because that's for when you get older, when you're closer to dying. But in my experience, I found out, like I've been in a tornado when I was 15. My school got hit by a tornado. Um, and unfortunately, some of my classmates passed away, all of whom were sitting right next to and in front of me. And, there's been some other experiences where I just know that death is not a respecter of person. It could
True.
happen to anybody at any age. And you can't prepare for it. Well, it pops up. You can prepare, but you don't know when it's going to happen. So, I like to help teach folks, especially my young folks, in their 30s and under, my parents, about how they can utilize it so that they can work the system and get ahead. Because insurance companies are in business to make money, and we know that every year you age, the rates get more expensive. But some folks don't know that when you're young, you might not be putting into the policy what it's worth. I don't know about y'all, but I would like to save $1,500, $2,000 to put that in my pocket at the end of the day to use it for something else. So I hope that wasn't too lengthy, but
Oh no, you
uh,
good. I appreciate
okay.
that. I guess I never did really go into because I was ready to get everybody situated. Um, my nonprofit is called the House of Wealth, and it's WEALTH. And we are an entrepreneur resource agency. We provide resources to entrepreneurs. A little bit of my background. This would be my third business. My first business was a nonprofit as well. Things did not go well. I was in a partnership with somebody who didn't hold up their end of the deal, so I kind of took it for the experience and cut the cords. My second business was an LLC, where it's called Royal Concierge Services, where I focus on serving others and buying franchises. But right now, I'm solely focused on my nonprofit. Um, Investing in entrepreneurs, and my overall goal for that is to make sure that the entrepreneurs that are connected to me don't have to endure the struggles that I did. My first 4 years honestly was hell. Homelessness, um, poverty, uh, low self-esteem, no confidence, um, every hardship you can think of. I think I battled with it. And just I feel like now with me being in a better financial predicament, I just built the foundation to where the people who are connected to me, the businesses that are connected to me, won't have to encounter the same struggles that I did. Not saying that you're not gonna struggle, but I can guarantee you're gonna have a place where you can live. You have a roof over your head. You'll have food to eat. You're gonna definitely have at least $500 to start off with. So things like that. I focus on that. A bit of my background would be my parents are both entrepreneurs, full time. My mom has been in cosmetology for, I think, I hope she's not gonna be mad at me, but it's like 28, 29 years. My dad has been a pastor 27 years. He has been running and operating a church for about the same time my mom has been doing hair. So I kind of got it honest, and neither one of them really they worked, but they don't like 9 to 5s, clock in, clock out. Typically we're on our own time. Like, so I kind of was raised in an entrepreneur spirit. So, um, I probably had a total of 3 jobs, real like jobs, my whole life. I've always served people. Like, I'd rather serve people and get paid or gifted to do that than to go to somebody else's job and clock in, clock out. I don't know. It's just how I'm wired. Like, going to a job depletes my energy. I don't know why. Um, some of the pros, the benefits to entrepreneurship for me was um, the level of open mindedness that I have developed, um, and being able to meet new people with the same common denominator was business, and knowing that we are nothing alike, but yet business wise, we can partner and make some things happen, if that makes sense. Um, Cons would be the different outlooks, and trying to figure out how to maneuver. Because though my mom and dad are entrepreneurs, we are not in any of the same fields, if that makes sense. So her doing hair and how that flows and operates and works has nothing to do with the LLC or the nonprofit world. Nothing. My dad, yes, he's helped me tremendously as far as nonprofit setup and how to structure and organize a organization. But when it comes down to your mission, your objective, and your goals, it's nothing like anyone else's when you're the first one who's done it, if that makes sense. So that would be some of the cons that I endured, and not being able to fully convey my vision to others. I jumped in early. I was young, 2009 when I started my first business. So I hadn't learned how to communicate effectively yet, and just writing pages, books of notes and business plans changing every 6 months. It's like, oh my God, do you even know what you're doing? The doubt, the fear of jumping out, talking to people. I can't convey what I'm thinking, so how can I speak to people? Like all those little things. Those are things I had to overcome. Um, but the overall benefit is I am sustained by God, of course, and I think it's the best decision I could have ever made in my whole entire life. The freedom, the flexibility, the ability to meet new people from all walks of life and still find that common denominator is phenomenal for me. The end.
That's good. I have a question. So,
Okay.
since you're a nonprofit and you're not getting paid like a normal LLC or business operation like that, what is the most fulfilling part at the end of the day when you are helping somebody out and you are serving them? What is it that you like, okay, this was a success and my job is complete. Here you go.
Let me first say that a lot of people hear the nonprofit and think that you can't make money. That's not true.
Right.
All your funds have to be allocated to a purpose, whether it's salary, whether it's a branch on your tree. It just has to be documented and why, where you're using these funds. It's not necessarily, no, it's not for profit. LLC, you can get the money and do whatever you want to do with it. However, I can't do that. I have to make sure all of my funds are allocated for. So you can profit. I can give you a service and you pay me, but what I do with the money has to go back into the business or to something structured for the business. So that's the only difference. But I get what you're saying, and if I could answer it in a way, I'm not fulfilled by the money. The money is really just a resource to um, connect me to more people and to help other people up. My joy comes from the Lord. My joy comes from you guys, watching y'all blossom. Growth and development is my tick. Like watching things grow and develop. And, I was there from the start. I seen you when you were struggling. I seen you were, and to know that you made it to where you wanted to be or where you desire to be as a being, whether that's a woman, whether that's a man, whether that's an entrepreneur, a mother, just seeing you grow and develop into your divine design is everything for me. So long as you growing, I'm good. Joy comes from that for me. One thing we got another guest that I really, 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 really want us to talk to. So I'm gonna pull them in and then we'll catch the last two before 9:30, if y'all don't mind.
Sure.
All right, we got Lynn Wells in the building.
Lid.
Okay, how are you?
Everything is wealthy. How are you?
Hey, Wealthy, my friend. So glad to see your face and your smile. Thank you, Jesus.
It's great
So,
seeing you guys as well. What you guys got going on? I hear a lot of great convo.
yeah, we've been doing a pretty good job at talking to entrepreneurs and hearing about the walks of life and the entrepreneur journey of a lot of different individuals. Um, if you can, could you please state your name, your purpose, and what it is that you do?
Well, my name is Lynn Wealth, and my purpose is to help rebuild fractured communities. Fractured communities can be marginalized communities, or fractured communities can be ourselves. Many times we are broken individuals, and it's one thing to try to change the world, but it's another thing when you attempt to change yourself. So I started there with rebuilding myself first before I started to build a business.
Hey man. Okay.
Um, what was the
What
other question that you asked? I'm sorry.
what were it's a question on here too that in the comments I want you to answer. But what were some of the obstacles that you faced and you overcame? I would like to know about some of those.
Um, some of the obstacles
Yeah.
with entrepreneurship in itself. Everything is an obstacle. To be honest with you, I'd say the first obstacle is in finding out who you are. The next obstacle is figuring out uh after you figure out who you are, then how to use what you've experienced and what you know to be able to apply it so that you can turn these tools and these gifts into a house that can cover you when you need shelter.
Hey man. Um
Mm.
one of the questions was here it is. Do you all have mentors? And if so, how important do you think it is to have a mentor to help guide you into the direction that you are wanting to grow?
Uh,
Lynn, I'll let
and,
you answer that one since we've been answering questions all night.
okay. Do I have a mentors? Um, yeah, I'd say I remember there was a video or a clip back in the day where Jaden Smith he was talking about using other people's knowledge to kind of to be like a step to step on. So I consider everybody at some point or another to be my mentor or my educator. And I just attempt to. I think that it's important because you can't really. Let me see how I want to say this. I
Take
don't
it,
think that. What'd you say?
take your time.
I don't think that you can basically go into a space and try to conquer the territory unless you've seen someone do it to a certain extent. And even if it's just like a clip of just figuring out, okay, what did you do to figure out what your purpose is? Maybe I can replicate that so I can figure out what mine is, or what is it that you did to be able to figure out what makes you different to find your niche. How can I be able to apply that to myself? So I definitely feel like we all need mentors or somebody to the right cat to copy. Uh, I want to say Pastor Mike often says you can't tell me who you're over, you're over until you tell me who you're under.
Yeah,
So I figure that's the same situation when it comes down to entrepreneurship. You have to follow someone so that you can know how to lead others.
yeah. And I think it was also Pastor Mike that said it's okay to be a copycat as long as you got the right cat to copy.
Right, right, right.
Um, something else I was going to ask.
Right.
What is your definition of wealth?
My definition of wealth is to create something that outlives me. So that means putting in my legacy work with teaching, putting in my inheritance work of passing down the answers to the test before others can possibly take them. I would like to be in a position where if I leave the world with nothing else, it's books of breadcrumbs and information to how to be able to take my same obstacles, my same achievements, use the same information and win and go further than I was able to go.
Sound good. Okay, y'all. Do anybody have any questions for Lynn? Oh, cool. Lynn, how do we find you? Do you have a website or Instagram? What's going?
You can
How we
find
find?
me at Lynn Wealth on any platform, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can go to the website www.wealthoutlives.com. Um, And I want to say that's the bulk of it. It's Lend Wealth, LenWealth, and wealthoutlives.com.
Okay. You got anything new coming up for the fall?
I'm working on a few things. I got more beanies coming. I got more t-shirts, long sleeves, and I'm working on sweatsuits.
Okay, well, make sure you come back through Wednesdays, 8:30. Drop a link. Let us know how we can find you and what's new.
I got you.
You are a part of the Girl Talking Wine group. It used to be Beyond Basic Women. So if you can, just
Yeah,
drop some of your product in there, just so we can see what you got going on.
definitely. I
I
will. Thank you, ladies.
I appreciate you. Got any
Thank
questions
you
for
for
us?
coming.
Repeat that last one.
Do you have any questions for us? Anything?
Um, I guess I probably should ask the Bama Q. Did you ask everybody else what their definition of wealth was? What did I miss?
No, I have not. If you
Okay.
want, you can ask anyone you want to.
I guess the Bama Q and Gabrielle, what were you guys' definition of wealth?
I'll let you go first, Miss BMQ.
Thanks. So recently, with the explosion of my business growing, I am coming
Okay.
into new terms of wealth and like financial freedom and those type of words. Instead of it being a money dollar sign, right now I more so feel like I need it to be a feeling.
Mm,
I know a lot of people say, "Oh, wealth is when I have this amount of money or this amount of money." And to me, I'm coming into a nice amount of money, and I don't know. It doesn't make me feel wealthy, but I know I can go and I can feed the homeless off of our food truck, and I feel on top of the world team, like I've done the best thing ever. So I'm struggling with my term of wealth, but I know I can't put a dollar sign on it.
Of course.
I feel that.
Next.
So, um, where I am right now, I've learned that, or I'm learning that wealth is, like Shanice said, is definitely more than a monetary thing. Um, I think it has everything to do with that and also with your mental state as well. And so, with everything that I do, whether it's, being a life insurance agent or leading small groups or things like that, um, or working with children, I really love doing that. Is to leave the world better than the way you came into it. Whether that's with friends, with anybody that you touch, everybody that's connected to you. So, help them become more wealthy if they choose to take it, because there are things that people don't know or you don't know that you don't know. And I like to be able to give people the opportunity to, grow to do better if I can.
And that's wise. I liked it.
Makes
And
sense.
to top it off, wealth to me is not money. Yeah, it money and financial literacy and having your finances in order, stability is important. Yes, it's a portion of it, probably like 25% for me. But having all that you need it in abundance and being able to take care of everybody who's in your house or in who's in connection, direct connection with you. That's wealth for me, so that I can give to you and I still have enough for me. And a constant flow. I don't have blockages, freely flowing with resources, understanding, insight, love, compassion, just whatever you need, it should be in house. And that's my definition of wealth. And
Awesome.
riches is totally different from wealth.
Definitely. What about you, Alex?
Mhm.
I'm mute. I'm on mute. Okay. So health is wealth to me, especially dealing in the field that I'm pursuing. Because if you want to create something that outlives you, you have to make sure you're healthy to do so. You have to make sure you have your most optimal being to whatever you do to be in purpose. And that's taking care of yourself, fueling your body with the right sources and the right nutrients and the right environment. So that's with health and wealth coexist.
Dope, dope, dope.
There's a question there. It says, "What is the source of wisdom that each of you turn to for your conscious motivation on your not so good days?" Journaling for me. Making sure I'm journaling so I can go back to my good days and remember that this day is to come, and to make sure that I'm centered within myself so that the days don't affect who and how I am. It's all the same day. Every day is a good day. Every day is a day. How we choose to view it is what changes. And not allowing outer
Hmm.
forces to dictate who I am, whose I am, and how I choose to see or view what's in front of me. So I would say mine is internal and staying connected to something higher.
For me, my sources of wisdom, I definitely go towards sermons. I like to hear what others have to say to me to feed my spirit, as well as reading other people's obstacles and how they overcame those struggles are affirmative to me. And then the other thing that I do on not so good days is I give myself grace. I give myself grace to be a procrastinator. I give myself grace to be in whatever mood that I'm in the current or in the present moment, and not to have a defeatist mentality, but to just recognize that even though I'm a spiritual being, I'm also human, and I'm allotted to give myself patience. I'm allotted to put myself in a position to just experience where I am presently until I come to an appreciation for where I am and use that place that I am currently in as fuel to whatever I'm creating next. Um, so that's my response to wisdom, as well as how I handle not so quote unquote good days.
That was wealthy. Okay. Well, I don't. Oh, there's another comment. No. Okay. I don't see anything else on here in regards to our conversation. So we all good. Alex, did you good? Did you want to talk about a rise blend more, or you pretty much got it covered?
Yeah, I would like to talk about it.
Okay, cool. I think we got like what 5 or 10 more minutes.
5 or 10 more minutes. So, Ariana's one is my baby, and what I mean by that is still in the growing phase, and I hold it near and dear to my heart because it's a reflection of myself. Because I'm my own client first. It's something what Lynn mentioned. Like you have to be the image which you are portraying. So if I want to be able to heal people, I have to heal myself. I have to make sure I am healed to reflect that to other people and other beings. So me having eczema, me being overweight, that is one of the main two things that really drove me to more of the holistic ways of living, more of the natural remedies, and not going to the doctors. Because God has given us everything on this beautiful earth to be able to heal ourselves. And I want to be able to educate people on those different aspects, whether it's through sound, meditation, um, food, different tinctures, things of that nature. But knowing that you don't have to drug yourself and get hooked on these different medicines to quote unquote make you better. I'm here to heal you, not help you.
Amen. Um, Lynn, I want you to, if you can, because I had some people ask me about put it in your mouth. Could you please elaborate on that business? Because that's I know one of your partners. Could you talk about them or shout them out or give them a link to that business? since we are
Oh,
entrepreneurs?
oh, definitely. Put it in my mouth. Is a cannabis, edible and medicated cuisine brand that we're building out of Portland, Oregon. And the basically the aim of that brand is to just provide uh, a quality good as well as a healing method, alternative healing method to anyone's pains or ailments that they may have. If you're struggling with cancer or whatever your diagnosis may be, this is something that can assist in just relieving pain and pressure. So with that brand, it's in the incubation stage, but as far as development is concerned, we're interested in transitioning it not just from edibles, but also to the medicated cuisines, just so that you don't have to feel like every time that you are intaking CBD or intaking cannabis that it always has to be smoked or anything like that. It's something that can be a part of your daily meals. You can have it honestly for breakfast, and it alleviates pain and pressure for your body. So with the way to be able to access that site is through Instagram. Is at put it underscore in underscore my mouth, and you can connect to that brand and just try their treats. And I want to say just if you like it, just shout them out about the experience, because not only do we want you to have a be able to taste a good treat, but also to be able to experience the benefits of releasing anxiety and those different mental pains that occurs with other uh remedies outside of cannabis.
And I think that it will go hand in hand well with Araya's blend as well as
Definitely.
the barbecue because them recipes, baby, I'm telling you, will change your whole entire life. Feel me?
Definitely.
Barbecue is the deal, okay? And also,
Nice.
additionally, I think it would be beneficial if Gabrielle with Lincoln Heritage, she comes in contact with a lot of elderly, sick people. So I think it would be very beneficial if, we had some cards or some visuals to kind of pass it out, maybe samples. So yeah.
Definitely. The actually, I would personally prefer the owner. I am assisting with the building stages of it, but I feel like they are better to explain their brand. So it would be nice if they can just come on and just have a chat with you guys about putting it in my mouth and the benefits that you can receive from taking advantage of those goods.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
whenever you're ready, you just let us know.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping through and showing love. It's always great to have you in the
Great to
building.
see you guys. I hope you guys have an incredible night. Live wealthy.
You
Same to
too.
you, back.
Take care.
Hey, y'all. I'm so sorry about this, but we got one more.
Another one.
Another one. We got Tamika. Hey, y'all. Look,
Hi,
there's the
Kara.
IG to the last one. If y'all
I
want to check
cannot
out
hear
Hi.
you.
here, go follow her on Instagram. All
Huh?
right. Hey, Tamika. How are
I can't
you?
hear her.
You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you. I can hear both of you.
Okay.
But I can't hear you.
Well, she can hear y'all, so maybe y'all need to talk.
Okay. So to
Maybe I should stop and restart.
Ask her, can
you
she
wanna
hear you?
you wanna come back again?
Yeah, 'cause
Can
I
you
can hear all of you. I just cannot hear Robin. I can
Okay, that's
hear
fine.
Miss
Y'all gonna
Alex.
have to
I
talk.
can hear Miss Gabrielle. I can't hear Robin.
Mm.
yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take over for a quick minute. So what do you do, Tamika? What's your business?
Okay, I actually have two that I'm working, but I'm having one that I am putting the majority of my time in. And the business that I do, I am a beauty consultant, and I also work for. I also have a travel business as well. But what I'm putting the most of my time in right now is the Mary Kay Beauty, being a Mary Kay Beauty consultant.
Okay, so you work for Mary Kay and you go around and talk to your clients about skincare. What is what do you do?
Okay, I what I do is more than skincare, and I know a lot of people when you first approach them about Mary Kay, the first thing they say, "Well, I don't use Mary Kay products. I don't wear makeup." It's more than Mary Kay. Mary Kay is more than makeup, but it's also for skincare. And if you know that the skin is the biggest organ of your body, and we have to take care of it.
Mhm.
And we as black people normally we grew up, just throw some soap on your face, and a lot of times soap can dry it out or what have you. But um, we not only sell skincare, but we're also out here to empower men and women to be better. We're here to encourage them that, hey, where you are now, you don't have to be. Because our motto, our creed is God first, family second, and career third. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I stay, because of the sisterhood that we do have in Mary Kay. And when I tell you that they are on it about that, that God first, then your family comes, and then the career comes. And we can't do anything without God. And if God is not first in your
Mhm.
life, everything else is going to fail anyway. In the
Mhm.
Exactly.
Bible, Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all of his righteousness,
Yes.
and all these
Yes, ma'am.
other things
This
shall
thing.
come unto you."
Yes.
So was that something that you were looking for when you were and you
I
can't hear
can hear
me?
you now.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Can somebody else talk?
Um,
Can
huh?
You can't
Shanice?
hear me
I can't
still?
hear
can you
you
hear me now? Or can you hear Alex? Who can you
either.
hear?
Can
Y'all
you
just
hear
want
any
me
of
to
Who
us?
can
just
hear
tell
anyone?
y'all a little something? Is that what y'all want me to do?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing we do, we're about team building as well as selling the product, but we are about building teams. Um, and just selling the product is one step, but as you build your team, you make money all around, and it's a big process and it's a big learning thing. One thing what we have a success night every Thursday night where we get on and we get out there and we do accolades, we do affirmations. Um, okay, how do you implement your ministry in your business? Well, just like in the ministry, God said, seek, go out there to all the corners of the earth and compel men. In other words, preach the gospel. Compel men to come unto you. Anytime you meet anybody, I'm not just selling my product. I was already in the body of Christ before Mary Kay came, but my sales director, the lady who brought me on, she gives props to the lady that was her sales director that actually introduced her to Christ. So a lot of times people who don't know God, if they don't understand God, once you get into this business, it's incorporated. God is about this business. This lady was a single parent, and all she had her husband had died, so all she had was God and this business that she was building. And so how we incorporate Christ in this, it is Christ is about this company. It's about the company. You can't have Christ without the company. But how you do it, like Robin. Hey Robin, how are you? How you doing? And our go and I would say, um, I'll let you know, hey, my name is Tamika. I am a Mary Kay consultant, and I would like the opportunity to tell you about my business. Then I give you this whole spiel, even the spiel that I just gave you. And then do you know Christ? Do you know Christ? And if you don't know Christ, can I pray with you? And you just that's how you implement, just like you normally do if you're talking to somebody off the street. I have been off and on since 2016. I have been an entrepreneur off and on since 2016, and the most challenging obstacle when you're going in business, the people who support you will not be your family. You have to go out and recruit. You'll have to go out and sell. You basically have to sell yourself. Me, I'm a bubbly person. I'm always up. So I like making jokes. So it's not hard for me to meet people. But with this business, it does allow you to go out and meet people, and it gets you
Right.
out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
Rosemary, yes, it does.
I don't
If you
think
see
she hear
the success stories of other women in this business, you'll be
Shanice.
like, wow, okay, oh, all right, yeah, and then like that's something I want,
Can you hear me?
and you strive for it.
I
And so
can't.
what
Hello?
you do
I
is
don't
just
think
like many of
no,
you,
she
I'll
can't.
ask you, hey, what do you do? If I'm saying that you successful, hey, what you do? I said, can you teach me how to do that? So, but it's not easy. But anything that's not easy is rewarding in the end.
True. True. That's
So,
true.
I don't
yeah,
think she can
it
hear
does.
any of us.
It inspires you to
So
create your own. I had to be creative and
Nope.
create my own things that have to go out and say to
it's
people.
okay. She gonna
You
catch the
know,
live and be like, "Oh my god,
what she say?
you can't hear
What she say?
anyone. You can't
You
hear
can't hear
them."
me now.
You
Well,
can't hear
You can't
us.
hear me
it
now.
was
We can hear
so
you.
You
good.
I
can't
can
hear
hear you.
us.
You
Right.
can hear me.
Oh
Yes.
yes,
You can hear me. You
Yes.
can't hear me.
We
I
yes.
can
all
You
hear
can't
can
hear
you.
me.
hear you.
No, we can all hear you.
For
You
real.
can't
I
hear
can't hear
us.
none of I can't hear y'all. I'm
Well,
sorry.
thank you for coming by. It was so good seeing you.
I can't see that.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Love y'all.
All right. We can hear you. You can't hear them. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. So that's it. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Did y'all have any more comments, remarks, concerns, anything? I was trying to make sure we got off before 2 hours because last week everybody kept saying y'all was on live 2.5 hours. I'm like, shoot, we talked the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
First of all, stop writing us. Y'all.
One thing I will say is make sure you're
What?
doing something that you want to do because if you don't, it's gonna feel like you're working your 9 to 5.
And
Yeah.
never create a business as a job for yourself.
Facts.
No, because you might as well stay at a 9 to 5.
People ask me how did I leave my job. I don't suggest anybody do what I did, but I saved up 3 months for my bills. I was in a 2 income household. I saved up 3 months worth of my bills. And then when I quit my job, I knew that I had that money saved up. I also knew that I left the company I left in good terms so I could go back if things got bad. So if you're looking to leave your job, make sure you have steady income coming in from your project or from being an entrepreneur before you just leave because sometimes you leave and then it falls flat. Like in my business, it's up and down depending on the season. Also, don't be afraid to go back to work or get a part-time job because ain't nobody trying to be homeless because you're trying to prove a point. To who? I don't know. But I know many entrepreneurs will struggle, be sleeping in their car because they still trying to pursue this dream. It's like, bro, just go get a job. Ain't nobody gonna judge you for getting a job.
True.
Get a
And
job.
another thing too is to
Right.
make sure that you have support. Make sure your support team is ready because it's not gonna only be a strain on you; it's gonna be a strain on the people around you.
And
And
don't
making
depend on family and friends.
no ever because
Baby, they ain't gonna buy too much enough.
no, no, they may show up, they may help you out a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But by support, I mean just those
Mhm.
people who are gonna sow seeds into your ministry, your job, your vision. Those people who gonna call you, or you can call in the middle of the night and just say, "Hey, girl, I need help."
Yeah.
Just making sure that you I don't know who that was or what that was. Just conveying, just like if you are to have a child or whatever, that's a strain on that's a responsibility for everybody connected to you. So just conveying to your support team, like, hey y'all, we got a new task, y'all ready? And just making sure you communicate with everybody you connected to. That's all I can really think to do right now. That's it. You guys good?
Yes, and
Alex?
also
Yeah, this was fun.
Oh,
hear me.
your face
Go,
definitely says
go,
this is.
Alex.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
You said
and
you
also
said what?
I still have the quote unquote 9 to 5, and have to juggle what I'm hair, then Araya's blend, and having to juggle all three. Time management, of course,
Oh,
having your support
yes.
team, discipline.
Mhm.
Discipline is key. Okay, because
Yes.
in knowing when you have your time management, when you have a schedule, okay, I know I can do, speaking from self, I can do this amount of heads, have your time stamped out, know when you can, knowing how long an appointment is going to be, what you're going to need, mapping it out is going to help keep a flow until you are able to drop that 9 to 5 and fully pursue your business.
Amen. Gabriel, you want to close it out? Are you too tired?
Huh?
I said,
I am tired. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. But I wanna say a very big word that I'm working on right now is or focusing on is balance. As a single mom, just starting up my first business. Within my first years, we've heard from the other entrepreneurs. The first year is it's pretty hard. The beginning years. And so, but I'm actually really grateful because in this season, God's been showing me a lot about myself and in areas and pinpointing some areas that I haven't really been focusing on. So now because I see it, I can fix it. He can help me fix it. And so I'm learning how to balance everything, give myself grace, like Linwell said, work on my self discipline, like Alex stated, things of that nature so that I can be more successful and work on my mentorship and the folks that I'm connected to. Because my primary mentor right now is my leader, my manager. Her and her husband have the agency that I'm under, and she's a six-figure earner. So, I would like to earn six figures. And so I definitely value her support. She helps me more than just in the realm of business. Because she's a mom as well. She's a wife. I'm not a wife yet. I will be soon. We're gonna speak that.
You are
Go
a
there,
wife,
girl.
But
not married.
huh?
I said you are a wife, just not married.
Exactly. I'm not married. Exactly. I don't have hardware
yes,
here yet.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yet.
yes.
But
Shanice, don't throw some of that marriage juju. You got
huh?
it. I said Shanice gonna sprinkle some of that marriage juju on you. She been married for
Oh
10
yeah.
years.
Oh wow.
Denise.
Okay, 15. Okay, to be honest. Okay, let's keep going.
Keep going, Gabriel. Don't listen to Robin.
Okay, am I lying?
Oh, that was pretty much it. Well, I don't know. I'm seeing that balance. Just it's a very very big part of everything.
True. So
Learning
what does
learning
balance
with
look like?
anything, not even just your business.
Gabrielle, what does
Hmm?
balance look like for you?
For me, well, because I have several jobs right now. I have my 24/7 job as a mom, for my kids, and I'm a manager when it comes to them. And of course, they rely on me in a lot of different ways, and I'm teaching them. So I'm having to juggle doing that with making sure that I'm managing properly. I have my goals set. In regards to both my jobs as mom as a life insurance agent, and so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm working towards reaching that goal rather than having the two conflict against each other. Did I answer your question well?
You did. You did. Okay. Well, again, you ladies, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again next week. Um, if y'all can catch the live, share it. Look, it's on YouTube and Facebook. I think you both, all y'all are in the group message. So, again,
Yeah.
appreciate y'all so much. Love y'all.
Love
Okay.
y'all.
Love
Next
you.
week, be
Bye.
free, be true, be you.
Be you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.